If you can think of a people who were more held back, more deprived, more sabotaged than African Americans, you took everything away from them and took them away from everything. They started in your country at less than zero, literally regarded and treated as subhuman, not allowed to learn to read or write or anything for hundreds of years. But you see, they come from a people of accomplishment to one degree or another, not a people of piracy and theft and appropriation. They come from a people who created and built and developed in their own land. And even though you did everything that you could possibly do to suppress them, to hold them down, to hold them back, and you're still doing that until today, nevertheless, I don't think anyone can dispute the fact that African Americans have become a global cultural superpower. Culturally, they're a superpower. Whatever cultural soft power that America has in the global South, it's African American.
Professional life, I've observed 5 ways that white people alienate black people in the office.
Why do white people hate black people so much? I have been in situations where I've been surrounded by nothing but white people, and this conversation has come up.
The reason white people are completely against interracial marriage and also specifically baby making is because the baby making debunked the whole foundation of their racism.
What do you think of black people?
I don't like them.
Why?
I really don't. Because I just think that they're always looking out to make trouble.
I was taught that you were dangerous, that you hated white people. I can remember being told that, like, I couldn't go in certain parts of town because, like, if I was just walking down the street, I would have been, like, murdered or raped. Or...
Young lady said something about black people, and most of the white people look angry or annoyed. Just listen to what she said and share your thoughts.
Wait until white people find out that the person that they pray to and call their savior and think that he's coming back. Wait until they find out that he was actually a person. Just remember, anytime you see the elites or whatever you want to call them trying to make us hate a specific person or thing, it's really just because that's the most powerful thing. They do everything in their power to make us hate black people. That's because these people are so powerful. These people have been here forever. White people did not pop up until about 5,000 years ago. Now, there's going to be quite a few of white people that are going to be mad at this because y'all think everything is about you. But I'm here to tell you that it's not, and it never was. Think about it. I don't know where the fuck white people came from, to be honest, but we are not meant to be in the sun. Like how, like, black people are from Earth. They have been here a long ass time, bro. The sun loves them. The sun hates white people, okay? I'm just being honest. Part of that has to do with wearing sunscreen and sunglasses, but that's for a whole nother video. All of those ancient people from ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, those were... Ever notice how the nose are always chopped off on those ancient structures? That's because they don't want us to know the truth. I'm not gonna say too much about this photo because I don't want my video to get taken down again. But I mean, y'all see what's going on. A lot of things you've just been lied to, y'all. Pretty much everything is the opposite of what you think it is. There's a reason they want to divide black people. It's because black people are the most connected. They are very, very, very talented at singing, dancing, athletics, you name it. So many things are designed to limit them. I think that black women are the most powerful people on the planet because the number 2 things that the elites, whatever you want to call them, that they hate the most is women and black people. So there you have it, black women. Those are the people that we need to be listening to. Those are the leaders of the new earth. And I'm not saying other women aren't powerful, but there's just something about an enlightened black woman who is embodying her gifts that is just so powerful, y'all.
Observed 5 ways that white people alienate.
Hello brothers and sisters, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are doing great from wherever you're watching this video from. As you know, I'm your host and presenter Jidek Stories. Now, there is something that is happening, and there's a shift in desirability. I don't know if that's correct English. There is a huge desire towards black people. And we know that this is something that was not there. Black people are coming out to be so much desirable. People are getting to crave what's inside black people. People really want to know what are black people made of. because there is something they are observing. There is something special about Black Americans. There is something special about Black people across the world. And hey, I'm not just saying this to make Black people feel good, but hey, this is the truth. The stone that was rejected is the same stone that was used by the builder out of every stone. You think that is a joke, right? It happens in real life. And this is perfectly for Black Americans, exclusively for Black Americans. Hey, let's talk about it. This is a group of people that was being looked down upon. This is a group of people that their genes was not desirable. When you get to look at the works of eugenics was a study that really much desired about the white genes as compared to Black genes. But this was all a lie, because all this was pseudo-scientific. But as people came to realize what Black people own, what Black people have, the aura that Black people have made them desirable. And I haven't even talked about the Black resilience. That's a supernatural power. Black resilience is a supernatural power that these all other groups have always been trying to look, have always been trying to find. And there's just something about Black aura. And this is why you find majority of white women, they want Black men, right? Because there's something that they see in Black people. And also, there's something about white men that they see in Black women. So we are seeing all these things because there's something that is missing in them that they are seeing in Black people. How many times have we seen white women come out and say how they admire Black women, how they admire the beauty of Black women, how they admire something that's inside Black people? There is something, I'll call it a superpower, that they are craving. They're looking for this one missing ingredient that Black people have, that they have been looking for the longest time. Brothers and sisters, I want us to watch this video, and then, as you know, I'm gonna be back. I'll be giving my thoughts in regards to this, because white people are right now coming out and describing how there's just something that they miss about Black people, that's inside Black people, that they miss. So join me in this conversation, brothers and sisters. And as you know, I'm your host and presenter, Agent Stories. And for those who are always coming back watching my videos, man, I'm really, really grateful for the support that you all are offering me. And if you're watching me for the first time, you know, I'm just asking you to please subscribe to the channel, join the membership, so that we can all get to learn, so that we can all get to understand all these concepts and everything that's happening out there. So let's go watch the video. As you know, I'll be back.
Black people in the office. My name's Curious Ben. I'm your caucasity coach. Let me explain. 1. They accidentally leave them out of emails. I've seen this happen so many times, this sociopathic type of accident that allows white people to have the upper hand on information that they share with each other while not including their Black co-workers. Number 2, they develop leadership teams that don't include any Black people. If your leadership team doesn't include any Black people, how are you truly going to represent all your employees with your leadership vision and communication? Number 3, they create cliques that don't include any of their Black co-workers, and then have the goddamn caucasity to say, why do all the Black people eat together? Number 4, they hire and promote people that they're comfortable with, people with similar communication styles, and this means either white people or Black people are able to navigate whiteness without upsetting the white people's comfort. And number 5, they create such a toxic environment for Black employees that Black employees quit and move on. So white people, if you're really serious about creating workplaces that represent the communities you live in, you're going to have to tackle these 5 ways that you're currently alienating Black people in the workplace. I hope this helps. Stay compassionate.
Was the question, why do white people hate Black people so much? I have been in situations where I've been surrounded by nothing but white people, and this conversation has come up. The race conversation has come up, and no one ever has an actual reason as to why they hate black people. There's always these, oh, black on black crime. Oh, they're lazy. Oh, they're this. But it's not actually, there's no legitimacy behind their reasoning. It's just shit that they've heard and they're regurgitating. And so, long story short, it really comes down to there is no reason. It's a deep-seated jealousy, a deep-seated hate that, you know, black people exude greatness. Black people are the great inventors. Black people are the beginning of the human race, the Eve gene. And white people have worked so hard to erase the history and erase the greatness of the black race. Down to even when things are invented, the majority of things that are invented were invented by a black person. But yet the white race has actually erased the original inventor from history and have put their names on things that they had no business putting their names on.
The reason white people were completely against interracial marriage and also specifically baby making is because the baby making debunked the whole foundation of their racism against black people. The argument was that these black people weren't human, they weren't even subhuman, they were animals meant to be treated as such. That's why their teeth were reused, their hair were reused, like literally they were treated not just as working cattle to perform labor, but also that's why they were eaten. And as disgusting as that is to think about, that is why when white people and black people started having intercourse, forcibly or not forcibly, the fact that a baby came from that proved that these black people who were being painted to be animals and oh, they're savages, they were just as human as us. You cannot procreate with a pig. You cannot procreate with a dog. You cannot take a dog and a cat and make them come together. Nature, which is above our human egoic laws, nature says that's not gonna work. These two things are not the same. But when two things come together and do that and can make a baby, that shows you that they are one of the same. That is why they being racist white people, were so against interracial marriage, specifically baby making, because it debunked the whole racist ideology that they were building.
What do you think of black people?
I don't like them.
Why?
I really don't. Because I just think that they're always looking out to make trouble.
This terrible thing affect your children. When they ask you these things, why? What do you tell them?
They are good and bad in every people, every race, regardless. Tell them that we just happen to be amongst a few people whose minds are warped. And I'm not going to teach them that, regardless of how many bombs they put at this house. I'm not going to teach my children hate.
Hi, Black 1000. I answered this a little bit earlier today, but I was going to try to elaborate a little bit. From my experience, because I can't speak for everyone, all white people or their experiences, but from my experience, it was more like taught to fear you than hate you. I was taught that you were dangerous, that you hated white people. I can remember being told that like I couldn't go in certain parts of town because like if I was just walking down the street, I would have been like murdered or raped or something. It was just more like the rhetoric in the background. Part of my white privilege is I can put down my anti-racist torch and like not think about this because it's not negatively affecting me. In that, we also have white privilege in our racism because we don't have to carry it around all the time. It's not like front of mind. It's not like I was constantly being berated with like bad rhetoric about black people. It's always just like in the background, like being reinforced with, you know, racist jokes or racist comments about people or, you know, using racial slurs to degrade people. So it still happens today. I'm like, there's a park by my house and they have public events for like Easter. They'll have an Easter egg hunt, but we go to them, and it's predominantly Black people that attend. And I will have white people in my life when they'll be like, oh, what are you doing Saturday? I'm like, oh, we're going up to the park by our house. And they're like, it gets really dark around there, which is now like code for there's too many Black people. Or they'll be like, oh, it's really going to be really dark there, so why don't you go over to this part of town, to that park? And I'm just like, yeah, we've been many times, we enjoy it, that's why we're going. But it's just that constant like thread through, like theme throughout. And I feel like some of that doesn't answer the question as to like why people feel that way, but again, it's just been ingrained in us since children to fear you, which easily turns to hate, right? If you are scared of them and think that they're going to like threaten your way of life or threaten your well-being, then you are going to hate them. And it's wild, and I'm trying to break down these barriers. I really just want people to see, like, push back on those thoughts, peel back the onion a little bit. Like, why do you have these thoughts? Where did they come from? Are they rooted in fact? Are they rooted in your experiences? And I've said this before, but when you isolate yourself away from a group that you have hatred for, whether it's Black people or the LGBTQIA community or the trans community or Muslims or whoever, when you don't have actual experiences with these people on a regular basis, it is easy to continue to believe the bullshit that you've been told because you don't have anything to judge it against except for believing people you love and trust in your life that have told you these things. So more than anything, I encourage white people to engage with these communities, make friends, have experiences, build your own narrative. So at least it's built on something real and just not something that you've been told that's been passed down through generations that have been built on hate.
America cannot tell the truth about herself. If the history of this country were written, you would have to say that this country is a nation of thieves. It began by stealing this country from the red man. If I said to you that Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492, you would say that's correct. But now here come this honky from Spain. There are already non-white people here, and they're not existing until he comes and discovers them. Ain't that something? All their heroes have been white. They make you bow down to George Washington as your hero. Did they ever tell you that that honky owned slaves? Did he ever tell you that? Yeah. Not only did he own slaves, he sold a black woman for a barrel of molasses, and he's supposed to be our hero. Our hero. Yeah. We have to begin to unbrainwash ourselves. The biggest lie that this country has told about us is that we are lazy. And here goes some of us running around. Yeah, you know how Black people are lazy. We are lazy. White people are so lazy, they stole us to do her work for her because she was too lazy to do it. You run up and down this highway, run up and down the Delta, visit Southwest Mississippi. They talking about us being lazy. We are the ones who are out in the hot sun picking and chopping cotton for $2 a day while they sitting on the porch.
I would ask my people of color to stick with me for just a minute because I want to ask you a question. I'm probably going to sound really stupid. So please, if anything I say sounds offensive, it's not meant to be offensive. It's because I'm learning and I don't have the correct vocabulary. So if you haven't followed me, I'm an attorney. I've worked in the criminal justice system. I know there's systemic oppression. I have seen it. I have fought against it. I have children who are biracial, and I have seen how people look at me when I walk into the store with my daughters versus without my daughters. I've seen it. I know I don't have I only have just the slightest idea of what my people of color have gone through over the years. But I know that it's real. But I also know that I don't know very much because I was raised the privilege that this skin and my blue eyes allowed me to have, and school was easy for me. So I didn't have trouble in school, so I was able to be educated. All the privilege that comes with that I now acknowledge that I didn't even know what it was until really I started opening my eyes to it in Black Lives Matter, and realizing how bad systemic racism is across the board. But I have an idea, and again, I'm probably going to sound stupid because I bet you guys have known this for centuries, that the reason that Black people especially and have been persecuted is I think you guys have some stuff that we don't have. I mean, I think you may have some power. I don't know what else to call it. Spiritual closeness, something that I've been a person of faith my whole life, and I love Jesus, and I've always sought after Jesus, but my whole religious foundation is crumbling because I'm seeing all the lies in the church. I still love Jesus and what he taught, but is there a place you guys could point me to try to read about that, to learn about that? Am I off base, or I know I'm probably so late to the party, and y'all probably are going to think that I'm ridiculous, but I want to learn. I want to do better. And I can't do better unless I learn better. And I want to learn for my friends and for my country and for my children. So if there's truth to that you guys know of, that there's somewhere you can point me books or somebody to follow or study, I want to try to learn to see, why is it that Black people have been singled out for hundreds and hundreds of years? Y'all got something special that they're trying to take away? I think that may be part of it. Do I sound crazy? I don't know anymore. The world has seemed so crazy that I'm questioning everything, but really there's got to be a reason. And it's got to be something that you've got some power that they want to take away, right? Or is it something else? Tell me if I'm off base. And I know it's not your job to teach me. I know it, but I do need some help getting pointed in the right direction because I have no idea where to even go to research this. So, thank you. Go love your neighbor.
Hello brothers and sisters, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are doing super fine from whenever you're watching this video. And as you know, I'm your host and presenter, Eugene. Docu-stories, right? Now, for the longest time, Black Americans have been asking themselves this question because there's a thin line between admirance and jealousy. Somebody can admire you, but at the same time be jealous of you. Right. You need to know, because there's a thin line between the two. I'd say that for some white people, it's a combination of the two. They admire and they have jealousy because they cannot get that. You know, there's a difference between admiring something. You can admire it, but go work hard and have that. But this is something that you cannot have, even though how many times work you put. So that brings jealousy. A jealousy of, I wish I had it, but I don't have. Like Black people have it. Right? This reveals so many things about Black people. And oftentimes, the mainstream media has really tried to make Black people feel bad about themselves. Black people not to see the achievements that they have done. Black people not to understand the magnitude of their power, of the superpower. And that's resilience. This is something that many people will try do anything to have, but they cannot have. Second thing is melanin. Majority of people have tried doing different things. People have gone even for melanin injections, but it has never been successful. Because this has to be something which is in you. I'm not saying that white people don't have melanin. But black people, the more they interact with nature, the more they get out in the sun, is the more they get melanin. And that's how it protects them from the UV lights. So many things that shows that black people are the chosen one. That's the part of the reason also that you can use to explain why black people are the chosen ones. Brothers and sisters, the following are things that people discuss as in regards to this. Now, black Americans in the world, in the United States, are God's chosen people. Judgment is upon the United States and the world, period. Yeah, historically, there has been a way the world and the United States have been treating black Americans, have been treating black people. There's a divine judgment that currently is happening in the United States, and this is happening through Mr. Donald Trump. And we are saying, indeed, this is something which is happening, right? Somebody also say that there's this little thing called Google. Use it and stop trying to make us help you understand your racism. Leave black Americans alone. Somebody also say that I never asked myself or anyone else why white people hate us so much. And frankly, I don't give a damn how they feel towards us. It just seemed to me, if you ask that question, then you are letting them feel that it matters to you, how you feel about you. Look, these people have shown over and over that they despise us without the cause. Therefore, they can't be reasoned with. So black people just keep on pushing. Someone said that. Somebody also said that white people are the true narcissists of this country. You can't be racist and not be narcissistic or sadistic or toxic, because it's embedded in who you are. To teach and spew hate and lies about someone or a specific group of or community without reason is insane. And we all know this, that there has been a revisionist history. There has been so much that they've tried to do to turn the true information about black people. There is so much harm that has been done in regards to this. And I think it's important for people to just to know or to just understand that the concept behind all this is that they tried to hide something really important. They really tried to hide something really important. And that's why some of these folks cannot be believed. Somebody said that, and current day, you are still lynching our people in these so-called sundown towns. And you think that the Most High is going to let that go too, huh? The time has come, and we must hurry and separate from these people now, as our Father has instructed us to do. Get out of her. Beloved, leave these folks alone. They cannot come with us now, not after it is time for their punishment for their crimes committed against our own people. Tap in to your divine energy. Quit letting them siphon your energy and gain power that you do not have naturally. Leave them alone, because they are not going to leave us alone. Space out. There's a comment that I'm going to be reading. Somebody said that first steps, read the Bible, trying to see black people as the people of God, being enslaved. There is firstborn being killed, going through the desert, etc. Then ask yourself, deep in your heart, who in this world went through something similar? Black people are the real loving people. We are the people that God has saved in the desert. Whatever you hear about black people, turn it around. Black people are used to project on others their own shadows. I suggest that you walk Jesus' cross path and feel the pain and then look around you, or in this world went through the same kind of trial through generations. What people are so close to God, whatever the circumstances and whatever name you call him? Start by telling him yourself the truth about anything that's happening around you. Learn about God and how you need to learn to feel in his presence in your life. Okay, this is the last comment that I'm going to be reading. We are portrayed as the problem all the time. People never realize that we are only seen in the bad light after we react to some disrespect or something intentionally offensive. We don't just wake up and initially choose violence. White people wake up and decide how to plot against us in most cases. We could be minding our own businesses, and a white person will always want to ruin what little happiness we try to provide for ourselves, especially if they aren't included. Lol. It's been proven that we definitely more passionate and more caring for others than other group of people. Yeah, this is true. So all I want to know is your opinion in regards to this. So please let me know what you think and feel about this. And as you know, I'm your host and presenter Agenda Stories. But until then, I'm hoping to see you on my next video. Until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute.